Hello, all you happy people. Welcome to Pretty Doesn't Bite. I read an article yesterday, either yesterday or this morning. I don't know. Time just blends together for me. And it was about having to move away from your hometown in order to find yourself or something like that. And it kind of struck a chord with me. I didn't realize, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you can probably fast forward this because I'm basically going to say the same thing that I said when I posted it there. But like I said there, I didn't realize how much of a homebody I am, or that I've become anyway, until I spent last summer on an internship in Washington, D.C. I was there for 10 weeks, and I think probably by week seven, 7 or 8, I was ready to come home. I didn't used to be that way, I don't think. I grew up as a military kid, and moving was basically part of our life. You know, every 4 years, it's time to pack up and it's time to move. So I think when I've lived in Texas for about 4 years, I started getting that weird, antsy type feeling, when are we packing up? When are we moving? We shouldn't still be here. And now that I've lived here for as long as I have, I think that feeling has kind of gone away. So now I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. I've got roots. My family is here, so I don't see a reason to move. But the article had a point, in my hometown, which is, I think, fairly bigger than the hometown that they were describing. I'm still, my parents' daughter. Everybody knows me as this specific person. They know my parents, they know how we operate, they know my family, and there's not a whole lot of room to grow, because these are the people who knew me when I was 12, and they'll ask me, stuff just like the article, they'll ask me if I'm still trying to do something that I said I was going to do at 12 that I really don't have any interest in doing anymore. Although now that I think about it, I'm kind of doing something that I said that I wanted to do at 12. I've mentioned before that I'm in a graduate program for museum studies, and I remember taking a class possibly in 8th grade that was sort of career planning, that kind of thing, and that was when I first found out that you can actually have a career working in museums. And so ever since then, that's definitely been something that I've been interested in, to the point where now I'm in a graduate program so that I can get a degree in museum studies. Anyway, so I read that and I kind of felt bad. I thought, I'm a single woman at the moment. I have a car, and my car has a full tank of gas. I don't really have any business hiding in my apartment and not doing anything, not going anywhere, experiencing anything. So on the spur of the moment, literally, I rolled out of bed and was like, I'm gonna go get in the car and drive somewhere. I went on a tiny day trip. There are a couple of large towns to the north of me. So I had to plug in my trusty GPS because otherwise I'd still be on the road, probably in El Paso or something, and get to where I was going. I had a good reason for going. I had some things that I needed to return. I shop a lot at Torrid. Any of you plus size girls out there, if you don't know what Torrid is, please go look it up. And if you do, you know what I'm talking about. I had some things that I needed to return, and there are no Torrid locations within 75 miles of me from where I am right now. So instead of going to the one that I normally would have, which is close to my parents' house, I went in the opposite direction, which I've never done before ever in life. Oh my gosh, it was scary. But I got up there, I made it there safely, and I did what I needed to do. I sort of wandered around, and then I found a Barnes & Noble, so I got this book that I wanted to show you because it's wonderful. It's called Literary Listography, My Reading Life in Lists. And I just read all of that backwards, so I'm super proud of myself. But it's basically like a bunch of lists. Wow. So like some of the, I've already started, I brought it home and started writing in it because that's how I do. There's a list of my top 20 most beloved books, so I've already started like filling that out. My handwriting is really impressive right now. I don't know why. I think being in grad school has actually deteriorated my handwriting a little bit. I don't know. There's some other things in here that are cool. I can't find it right now, but one of the categories is literary characters that I would not get along with, and Scarlett O'Hara is at the top of that list. I haven't actually finished Gone with the Wind, but I've seen the entire movie, and the entire time that I was watching the movie, I wanted to smack her across the face. Not just because, you know, she's a Confederate, but because she's obnoxious. Like, I don't understand. She gets on my nerves. I also, at the makeup part of this video, I went to Ulta, and Ulta just started selling Buxom, which I know that I've mentioned before. And Buxom came out with this new line of lipstick. It is Bold Gel Lipstick. And I found the shade Sultry Mauve. And it's just sort of like a neutral pink, just like a pinky pink. I got it from there because I had actually swatched this at Sephora a couple of weeks ago, and they were out of it. So I'm glad I found this. The only problem, though, that I have discovered almost on accident is that the line of lipstick that Buxom had before they came out with these, I forget exactly what it was called, but it was probably the first red that I bought that I really loved. I bought two of them. One of them was Scoundrel, and it was like a bright red. And then the other one was called Menace, and it was like a reddish burgundy kind of color. But I love them both. I love the formula. They're not drying. They're shiny, and they look really pretty. I think that they've discontinued those, so I'm kind of upset. And now I have to either find some place that's still selling them so I can stock up before they disappear completely, or go out and find a new favorite shade of red. And it is so annoying. I had this conversation with my family yesterday. We FaceTimed, and for some reason, with my family in particular, I don't know if this happens. If this happens to you, please tell me your story down in the comments. But we have discovered that whenever we like something a lot and we're pretty much like dedicated to buying that particular product, the place we get it from stops selling it. Like, it's discontinued, or they just don't want to bring it to that particular location anymore. And I mean, I could see if it was like one thing, but it's happened enough times for it to be a little bit freaky. By the way, if anybody knows where to get some beef bacon from, please let me know. For my mother's sake, if not my own. So I hope you guys enjoyed my road trip story. It was fun. Obviously, I made it back safely. And it was something out of the ordinary. It was a little out of my comfort zone, and it was nice. And I got to go to Barnes & Noble, which is always a plus. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. You can follow me at PDB Girl on Pinterest, which I just added a couple of new pins there. And also on Twitter, which is where you can find out updates on new episodes and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I should see you, barring any scary, crazy things that I can't foresee, on Thursday. All right, bye.